down the chimney tonight. Hurry. Tonight.
You are listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair on RLM Radio.
The girl of your dreams has got to be in some bar.
Sorry, boys and girls, but this is X-rated. So if you're under 18...
Get out, goddammit! Get the point? Good.
And now?
Bend over.
Y'all ready for this?
Get it up. Get it up. I can't wait anymore.
I like to watch.
Whatever you desire. I know you like it. Do it.
We do it all night long.
And now, your host, Grammy.
Santa baby. Yeah. Oh, Eartha Kitt. She's so fun. I liked her as Catwoman. Y'all are listening to Grammy's Rocketeer here on this Freaker Friday night here on, excuse me, RealLibertyMedia.com, Channel 3. Also on the RLMRadio.xyz site, the RLM TuneIn radio station, the RLM Internet radio station, and the RLM Spreaker channel. So hey there, hi there, ho there, everybody. How are you doing this evening on this Freaker Friday? It's the 8th of December. How many shopping days is that? I don't know, because I'm done. I'm kind of a tightwad, and, well, you know, I don't have that many people to buy for, and I try to get it tended to before people get stupid, because I hate doing that Black Friday shit. I've done it once. No, wait. Have I done it twice? I think I have. I think I've done Black Friday twice in my life, and the second time it was like, oh, no way. I'm done. There ain't nothing I need to get for someone so badly that I got to deal with this nonsense. So, yeah, I don't do that crap. I plan ahead and shop accordingly. And so what if you got last year's model? Oh, well, let's see. Who all is here? Santa baby. Over here on Twitter, thank you ever so much, Barman, for tweeting me out. I truly do appreciate it. Looks like I have moved a little bit faster with my sleigh, and I've lost a couple of stalkers. Booyah! I go up, I go down. I go up, I go down. Sock puppet, don't get any kinky ideas. I know how you're working tonight, darling. Your mind is yeah, it's there. Okay, over on Minds, they have a very lovely lady that shows up right at the top. And actually, I love that outfit. Lots of leather, and there's leggings and boots, and it's kind of cool. I don't think I could pull it off because I'm not that young or that skinny. But y'all just got to go over to Minds if you want to see it. That's just all there is to it, because I refreshed the page and it's gone now. Ha 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 ha. Okay, over here on Fakey Book, there ain't nobody over here on Fakey Book that's at least paying attention to me, and that's okay, except for David. David, you're so funny. Do you know snow is not a word? It's an acronym for shit no one wants. That's what snow means. Which, you know, everybody wants that first snow. Like down in Texas, they got that first snow and they're building snowmen and all this other fun stuff. But quick, it's snowing. Everybody quick, into the ditches. Them people down there don't know how to drive in this shit. People up here know how to drive in, but that don't mean that they stay out of ditches. Because, yeah, sometimes they just ain't exactly the sharpest tools in the shed. Or they think four-wheel drive, you know, they don't realize that four-wheel go does not mean four-wheel stop. Idiots and a-holes everywhere on the roads, and there don't have to be snow involved either, just saying. Okay, over here in the corner pocket, I see Talos is over here, and I see lots of people logged in over on the side, but it doesn't look like anybody's really chitty-chatting. I did get a duck over here, though. Booyah! And on Freedom's Network, Grimmy and the lovely TD Sanders are over here. Hey, TD, how are you doing, sweetie? She's posting all kinds of things, saying that we are really, really screwed. Oh, I didn't get a kiss out of the deal or nothing. Damn. Keep it simple, stupid. I also see Cowboy Tech was over here, as well as Mark63, and Java Doctor was over here, and Grimmy was sharing me over here as well. Thanks, Grimmy. I love you, hun. You're so awesome. And now, to the place where you need to be if you want to give me static, because that's where I pretty much pay attention to, well, kind of, sort of, almost pay attention. Pay attention. Bleh, humbug. What the hell? What are you bleh humbugging about, poxified? I like Christmas music. Oh, you're listening to Google Play Music? Ah, okay. 4 months free? Yeehaw. I'm happy for you. Okay. What? Somebody's lighting toothpicks on fire. Y'all are getting entirely too crazy over here. You crazy, I tell you, crazy. Okay, over here in the RLM, right up top, I see Barman. Hey, Barman, how you doing, hon? Thank you for sharing me all over the cybernetic webs. I appreciate it. Cybernetic superhighway is another way of saying that. More appropriate, I think. I also see Grimmy is over here. Hey, Grimner, how you doing? Hopefully he's going to be on later on this evening. Either Freaker's Ball or Balls to the Wall. Not real sure what's going on because I don't see Moose Girl logged in. Asmo is here. Hey there, Mr. Asmodeus Asmo. And I also see the lovely Beth Z is here. Hey, Beth. Chalcedony is in the mix, as well as Circle. Hey, Circle. How's things over there in Denmark, sweetie? And we got a Chloe and a Chloette. Is that like a Chloe E.T.? Does that mean you're an alien, hun? Do you have those really long fingers and only have like 4 as opposed to, well, we all only have 4 and a thumb. Okay. I also see Free Enslaved is here. Hey, Free. How's things in your world? Did you find you a place that you want to go traveling to yet? I saw earlier you were thinking about it. I'm here, kind of, sort of, maybe, almost. And looky there, IB Don C is here as well. And Java Doctor 2. I also see JJ's is in the house. Hey, JJ's. How you doing over there in Scotland, darling? Juana Taco. Oh, yay! Grimmy and Moosey will be on, so the Freakers Ball will be on later on this evening. Booyah, booyah. And wow, that almost sounded like that Whoville song. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh, Grim, unless something comes up, I plan on being here for the next few weeks. Because I don't have any going anywhere for Christmas plans because I've already given or exchanged gifts with my children. So, as far as I know, I will be around. Short and around. Oh, well. I also see, did I say Juana Taco? Hi, Juana Taco. Leftover soup for me tonight. Meister Brower is here. Hi, buddy. How you doing? And looky there, P. Bunyan is also logged in. Timber. The lovely Kate is here from Florida. Did you move just in time, Kate, to not get in on the snow festivities? I think you did. I also see the lovely Rain is here. Hey, Rain. How you doing, honey? And RLM Fluke, who is the Vanna White of the RLM, don't you know? Cybernetically speaking, that is. Rob Works is here, and he just fired up that bubbler and passed it around. Thank you ever so much, Rob Works. You the man. You the goddamn man. That's all there is to it. That trusty no one is here, and he just Bitcoining like none other. I also see Poxified is over here, or not Poxified. Sorry, I'll get to you later, Poxified. Colfax 101, I know who that is. That's an alter ego. That's kind of like Clark Kent to Superman kind of thing. But I won't tell. No, you can threaten me with all kind of shit. I won't tell that that's Nelson Dubois. I also see Dimma is here, as well as Flash Nasty. I'm going to be with him tomorrow morning. Well, not really, but he and I are going to be on the radio tomorrow. Oh, speaking of around, yeah, there goes. It just got to Grimmy. Flash Nasty and I's gonna be doing Dork Table in the morning, or my morning, his evening. Frumpy is here. Hi, Frumpy. Yes, I am going to have some serious blanket fort time. Yes, I am. I like my blanket fort. Santa baby, bring me a great big blanket fort. Okay, just move along. Oh, I'm going to have that running through my mind all night now. Damn it, what did I do that to myself for? Shit. Kozu, hey, sweetie, how you doing? I also see moi, as well as Poxified. Poxified just went away. As in, it looks like he's marked away. Why did you do that? Taking down all my Fabio posters? I don't have no Fabio posters. What's going up? That somebody offered me a seat. Moving along. Hi, Pompopon Sauce, and looky there, Sock Puppet is here. Long time no see, Sock. You've been busy. Sock's been a busy boy. I also see Slim Jim Flim is in the house, as well as Teddy. Hi, Teddy. Are you snuggly? Just curious. And looky there, Phantom is in the house. Once again, Phantom, thank you ever so much for my intro clip. I truly do appreciate that. And to round out the crew, the one, the only, the Vinny from Vegas finally showed up. You know, that sounds so very mafioso type, but yes, Frumpy, I brainwormed myself. I got no one to blame but myself. Oh well. Basically, that's the way it works anyway, is I got no one to blame but myself. I'm the one that did it. So, but I had a good time. Okay. Now, to get to a couple of things that I saw over here on Twitter. What the hell? Gloria Allred caught. Roy Moore accuser Beverly Nelson admits she forged yearbook. Uh-oh. Dun, dun, dun. You mean these people that are going around chasing ambulances and trying to sue everybody and their dog, and that's how they make money, is by suing people with slanderous bullshit. They lie? I'm shocked. Shocked, I tell ya. Well, Joe the plumber at least says that she was a liar, pants on fire, which having one look at her is like, yeah. Tax reform. That's what I think. You know what? You know how you could reform the tax structure in the United States? Douche the IRS and get rid of the income tax. That's a tax reform I would stand behind. Or in front of, or beside, or whatever. In any case, I'm shutting down Twitter because I have a couple of things that I got on Twitter that I wanted to go to. One of them is, you know, another one of those nonsensical things because, well, it is a Freaker Friday and there's some freakish shit going on out there, and there's some people out there that actually believe their own freakish bullshit. This is from the conservativetribune.com, and it's dated December the 7th of this year, which is yesterday, a date which will live in infamy, not just because of Pearl Harbor, but also I have a brother-in-law that was born on that day, and he's rather ornery. Don't let that quietness fool ya. He's thinking of something ornery to do. And my youngest daughter was, yeah, and yeah. How do you think I got so much gray hair? Oh well, moving along. So, apparently there is a big city dem that wants bulletproof glass banned for being racist. I did not know an inanimate object could be racist. You'll learn something new every day. Wow. Thank you, sweetheart, for teaching me that little tidbit. We now live in a world where almost anyone and everything can and will be labeled racist. Honey, if you see race in everything, maybe you ought to look in the mirror, because that's probably the biggest racist you will see in a long time. Some store owners in Philadelphia are the latest victims of the PC police. Open up or we'll smash. Oh, it's bulletproof glass? That's racist. Apparently, Cindy Bass, who is a councilwoman for the Philadelphia's 8th District, has filed a bill which would make store owners take down plexiglass in certain areas of town. According to Bass, having thick, safe plexiglass up in a store is an insult and an indignity. Well, sweetheart, you know what? If you are willing to pay for any kind of consequences of them removing their plexiglass, then I say go for it. But if you ain't willing to step up and put your money where your mouth is, shut up. Essentially, plexiglass is racist, or you're a racist if you have plexiglass installed because, well, you're just an untrusting individual, and people that are untrusting, no matter where they live, are obviously racist because they just don't trust enough to have regular glass that can just be shattered on a whim. Has nothing to do with all this Antifa crap going on either. No, Apparently, Zero Hedge reports that the Yale sociology professor Elijah Anderson says that having plexiglass up is a symbol of distrust. Didn't I just say that? In neighborhoods that are predominantly African American. No, it's just, period, a symbol of distrust. Or a hard-learned lesson. However you wish to look at that, because sometimes people get very distrusting when they've learned the hard way that you just plain can't trust people. In other words, African Americans are suffering from microaggressions when they enter one of these stores because even though you may not be able to tell because it looks just like glass, only it's not, it's being racist. And it's whispering racist things while you go in and go perusing for what you might want to bust that glass out later to 5-finger discount. Ooh, did I say that out loud? You did. So, what this councilwoman is missing, though, is that the plexiglass has nothing to do with race and everything to do with the crime rates in certain neighborhoods. Egad! No! Don't hit me with facts. Say Kim, who is a small business owner in the heart of North Philadelphia, says, the most important thing is our safety and the public's safety. Mr. Kim would know. His business has been threatened numerous times, according to a report by Philly.com, but has never been successfully robbed thanks to the strong plexiglass. Ding, 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 winner, winner, chicken dinner. Another business owner, Bill Chow, recalls how plexiglass saved his eyesight. One day, a thug claimed that Chow had shorted him on change. As a result, the criminal threw bleach at him through an opening in the plexiglass. Without the window, it's going to be right in my face or right in my eyes. Luckily, I wasn't hurt, said Chow. Bass, however, claims that her bill doesn't hurt anyone. I would never want to be part of a bill that would put somebody in jeopardy. You're in jeopardy, baby. Woo, woo. Okay, apparently there's a video with her talking too. Oh, hon. No, don't be trying to sweet talk it. Adam Zhu, the chairman of the Asian American Licensed Beverage Association, says that the decision to leave the plexiglass up should be left to the owner. Yeah, because the owner is the one paying the insurance. I'm happy to oblige, Frumpy. I think it's the business owner's choice because they're the ones that have to pay the lease or the rent or the insurance or pay for the repairs or for the loss in merchandise. They're the ones basically footing the bill, so they should be able to decide what kind of glass they want to have. Is it half full or half empty? I think it's plexiglass. Fuck you. Ooh, F-bomb, so early in the show. The government has no right to force business owners to make themselves defenseless in the face of bad crime. And yet I also don't think the government has the right to force business owners to do business with someone that they do not wish to do business with. There are enough businesses out there in this quote-unquote supposed free market that if someone does not wish to sell you a product, there's, I'm sure, someone else just down the road that will happily sell it to you. Without plexiglass for windows, probably. Apparently, the bigger issue here, though, isn't just the plexiglass. Instead of giving facts or figures, or even presenting a half-decent reason for getting rid of the glass, these leftists has to fall back on the classic liberal tactic of crying, racism. Oh, darling, honey, here, have a hanky. This happens all the time when they can't get their way. In other words, if you cannot win your argument with facts or logic, start slinging mud. Let's besmirch them. So here's a thought to the lovely Miss Councilwoman. Go after the crime in your district instead of targeting the hardworking Americans paying for your salary. Oh, there we go, throwing out facts again, although I don't know how factual that actually is. But, you know, I think it would be smarter to go after the crime, and crime is a symptom of a deeper dis-ease. That is where dis-ease really is a rather appropriate pronunciation of that word. There is a dis-ease in your community. Why don't you see what the hell is causing that, the real cause, and work on that, darling? I'd be much more impressed with your, I'm going to write a law. There ought to be a law. Alrighty. Racism. I'm not running no races. I'm going to go hide in my blankie fort. It is crime. Well, yes, crime is the #1 American pastime, Flash Nasty, simply because there are so many laws on the book that every person, the moment they wake up, they've probably fractured at least one law. At least one. Just simply by waking up. Just ask them guys in authority that keep writing all them laws. They will tell you, you just broke the law there, little mister. I think we're going to charge you a fine. Let's see. First offense, $1,000. Really? Thank you. You know, because that's basically what it is just, you know, you are a cha-ching to them. They really don't put these things out there for moral reasons or even for decent reasons. No, they put them out there because, hey, we can either incarcerate someone or fine them or both. Bonus round. So that's pretty much why laws are on the books. They really don't give a shit about any other reason. Doofy woman, doofy woman. But then again, that's my personal opinion. Okay, now I'm going to get over here to this other one that I saw on Twitter that really, it looks like it's something that needs to be brought to the attention of the whole world. Sadly, it's just going to be you guys that listen. Unless you spread the word. But this is from The Onion. That wonderful bastion of tear-jerking stories. Report finds that the average American wastes 77 years of their life not listening to Steve Winwood's The Finer Things. I did not know that. Wow, 77 years. I got a way to go before I can listen to that song, huh? According to a report released Monday by the Sociology Department of Tufts University, the average American completely wastes 77 years of his or her life not listening to the adult contemporary soft rock classic The Finer Things by Steve Winwood. Tragically, 9 in 10 Americans will die having only heard the song's beguiling synthesizer intro, accompanied by Mr. Winwood's silky smooth yet slightly edged vocals, for just the most minuscule fraction of their time on Earth. This is according to Professor Cindy Nacherland, who is the lead author of the report, which also found that most people will unfortunately spend vastly larger portions of their life sleeping, working, stuck in traffic, and most disturbingly, listening to Toto's Rosanna. Oh, yeah, if you're listening to classic rock stations out there anywhere, you can bet your ass somebody's gonna play that. Bet your ass. So much of the typical individual's lifespan is squandered not waiting for the upbeat drums to kick in during the chorus and not hearing that heart-stopping key change in the bridge. It's just so sad. You never know. You can never get these hours and days back. And it was not too late for the majority of Americans to put on Winwood's 1986 kinetic pop rock masterpiece Back in the High Life and completely turn their lives around. Well, unfortunately, I'm going to be one of those that is going to suffer in my ignorance because I have not heard that. Listening to politicians lie? No, I try not to. I thought that was quite fascinating myself. I do kind of sort of like Steve Winwood, but I really don't. I don't remember that song, and so I'm thinking I probably should. No, I'm not going to go out of my way looking for it. Sorry. I have other things to do, like entertain the troops, or what have you. Okay. I'm going to come over here. A human Barbie. Wow. That's just crazy. You know, you have to have, like, ribs made smaller, and damn, I'm just not into pain, so I wouldn't do all that damn plastic surgery shit. Okay. Now, did you know? This is from, I'm over on Neon Nettle, by the way, because I was reminded of it when I was cleaning out my pocket earlier today. Do you know that there are top 20 crazy conspiracy theories that were proven to be fact? This was actually published on the Neon Nettle the 21st of May of this year. Conspiracy theories have long been stigmatized and ridiculed by mainstream news outlets, government-paid internet trolls, and rational thinkers, quote unquote. Most recently, politicians and the corporate lame-ass propaganda system, a.k.a. mainstream media, have branded any outlet that dares to question the official narrative as fake news, in the hope of discrediting any genuine researchers. Whistleblowers such as Edward Snowden, Chelsea Manning, WikiLeaks, and generations of intrepid Jimmy Olsen journalists have helped to pave the way for the truth movement, opening people's eyes to the facts that were once brushed aside as, oh, those crazy conspiracy theorists. Those people are nut jobs. Can't you see that tinfoil hat? That's to keep your radiation shit out of my brain. So here are the 20 conspiracy facts that are well documented and profoundly disturbing. Number 1, the Gulf of Tonkin incident. It was a major escalator of U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War, and it never actually occurred. It's true, the original incident, also sometimes referred to as the USS Maddox incident, involved the destroyer USS Maddox supposedly engaging 3 North Vietnamese Navy torpedo boats as part of an intelligence patrol. The Maddox fired almost 300 shells, but POTUS Lyndon Baines Johnson promptly drafted the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution, which became his administration's legal justification for military involvement in Vietnam. Because I got some buddies that are in the war propaganda system, and you know them guys that war machine, they make all kinds of way cool things that blow shit up, and well, you know, their bottom line isn't looking real good, so we need a war. We need a war. It's good for the economy, and we got too many breathers around here anyway. Problem is, the event never happened. In 2005, a declassified internal National Security Agency study revealed that there were no North Vietnamese Navy vessels present during the incident. What? Was someone taking a trip without leaving the farm? Were they seeing some things that weren't there? Or was that their story and they were sticking to it? So what exactly was Maddox firing at? In 1965, old Lyndon Baines Johnson commented, "For all I know, our Navy was shooting at whales out there." Ah, so it's like shooting fish in a barrel, but whales aren't fish. They're mammals. Number 2, the Tuskegee syphilis experiment. Between 1932 and 1972, the U.S. Public Health Service conducted a clinical study on rural African American men who had contracted syphilis. Public Health Service never informed these men that they had a sexually transmitted disease, nor did they offer treatment, even after penicillin became available as a cure in the 1940s. Tragically, it's true. Rather than receiving treatment, the subjects of these studies were told they had bad blood. Racist. When World War II began, 250 of the men registered for the draft and were only then, for the first time, informed that they had syphilis. Even then, the PHS denied them treatment because, well, you know, expendable. By the early 1970s, 128 of the original 399 men had died of syphilis and syphilis-related complications. 40 of their wives had the disease, and 19 of their children were born with congenital syphilis. But it's all in the name of science. We need to find out how this shit progresses, and how can we do it if y'all know that you're part of the study. You're just little critters under a microscope, don't you know? Worth pointing out, though, a similar experiment conducted on prisoners, soldiers, and patients of a mental hospital in Guatemala actually involved the PHS deliberately infecting the patients and then treating them with antibiotics because, well, we got to figure out, number 1, what causes it, number 2, how we can deal with it, and how we can use it. Number 3, Project MK Ultra. We're hearing a lot about that one lately, aren't we? The CIA ran secret mind control experiments on U.S. citizens from the 1950s until 1973. Wink, wink, wink. That's when they shut it down. Wink, wink, wink. It's so true that in 1995, POTUS Clinton, good old Slick Willie, actually issued a formal apology on behalf of the United States government because it's ever so much easier to ask for forgiveness as opposed to asking for permission. Because we knew you wouldn't give it. In either case, Essentially, the CIA used drugs, electronics, hypnosis, sensory deprivation, verbal and sexual abuse, and torture to conduct experimental behavior engineering experiments on subjects. Because, well, we're sick motherfuckers and we won't play. The program subcontracted hundreds of these projects to over 80 different institutions, including universities, yes, those ivory towers of education, hospitals where people go to die, prisons, and pharmaceutical companies. And I think the pharmaceutical companies just didn't get the memo that we're not supposed to be doing this shit no more. Most of this was uncovered in 1977 when the Freedom of Information Act exposed 20,000 previously classified documents and triggered a series of Senate hearings because CIA Director Richard Helms had most of the more damning MK Ultra files destroyed in 1973. Much of what actually occurred during these experiments is still unknown. And of course, not a single person was brought to justice because justice, that's, you're supposed to pronounce that justice. Justice. You don't get no consideration and care. It's just us that gets it. And just us that gets to play with y'all. Okay. Number 4, Operation Northwoods. Oh, here we go. The Joint Chiefs. Yeah, those guys that stand around a corner and pallywacky. That's called a circle jerk in some circles. The Joint Chiefs of Staff of the U.S. military drew up and approved plans to create acts of terrorism on U.S. soil in order to sway the American public into supporting a war against Cuba. Why? Because they didn't like Fidel. It's true, and the documents are out there. Fortunately, POTUS Kennedy rejected the plan, which included innocent Americans being shot dead on the streets, boats carrying refugees fleeing Cuba to be sunk on the high seas, a wave of violent terrorism to be launched in Washington, D.C., Miami, and elsewhere. People being framed for bombings they did not commit, and planes being hijacked. Yes, that's your tax dollars at work. Doesn't that give you such a warm and fuzzy feeling? Like right before you puke? Yeah. Additionally, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, led by Chairman Lyman Lemnitzer, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, Lemnitzer, planned to fabricate. See, it's not called a lie. It's a fabrication. It makes it sound so crafty. Like knitting needles and crochet hooks and saws and, paint and beads, and they're fabricating things. Only in this case, they're fabricating evidence that would implicate Fidel Castro and Cuban refugees as the perpetrators of the acts, because, they were in alliance with Russia, Mother Russia, and we had to, Russia it's the bad guy that never goes away. Have you noticed that? Perhaps the most horrifying is that they planned for an elaborately staged incident whereby a Cuban aircraft would attack and shoot down a plane full of college students. Because, nothing gets you in the feels like a bunch of young kids taken down in the prime of life. You can really whip that thing into frenzy. That people going, it's us against them, it's us against him. Yeah, patriotism. It's a sad, sad thing what it's become. Number 5, the CIA drug trafficking. How do you think they paid for all of those toys? During the 1980s, the CIA facilitated, You see, when you use things with multiple syllables, it makes it not so bad. They facilitated the sale of cocaine to the Crips and Bloods street gangs in Los Angeles and funneled millions in drug profits to the Latin American guerrilla army. They were just facilitating things. It's convoluted and complex, but it's true. Gary Webb's book, Dark Alliance, the CIA, the Contras, and the crack cocaine explosion, outlines how CIA-backed Contras smuggled cocaine into the USA and then distributed crack to Los Angeles gangs, pocketing the profits. The CIA directly aided the drug dealers to raise money for the Contras and for their own nefarious purposes. This drug network, Webb wrote in a 1996 San Jose Mercury News article, opened the first pipeline between Colombia's cocaine cartel and the black neighborhoods of Los Angeles, a city now known as the crack capital of the world. The cocaine that flooded in helped spark a crack explosion. Ew. So, see, when you said spark a crack explosion, I was thinking plumber's crack. Egad. Apparently this happened in an urban America. And it provided the cash and the connections needed for the LA gangs to buy automatic weapons. See, but the regular person on the street, regular old Joe homeowner, the guy that just wants to defend his hearth and home and, his loved ones, he can't have a semi-automatic, but it's okay if we give them LA gangs some of them their automatic weapons. Yeah, 'cause they're just going to shoot each other. Uh-huh. It's worth pointing out that on December 10th, 2004, Webb committed suicide under suspicious circumstances, namely the fact that he used 2 bullets to shoot himself in the head because he wanted to make sure he got her done. Overachiever. Number 6, Operation Mockingbird. Are you starting to get the picture here? In 1940s, as the Cold War was just getting underway, the CIA, see them boys, that's just such overachievers. They're really involved in a lot of this shit, aren't they? Is that what their job is? Apparently, they launched a top secret project called Operation Mockingbird. Their goal was to buy influence and control among the major media outlets. Now we see what they are up to. They also planned to put journalists and reporters directly on the CIA payroll. It's already going on. Yep, you can tell it. Turn on the TV. That's all you got to do. Turn on TV and because you just look at them. You got MK Ultra going on and you got the CIA scripting going on. Because every channel, it's the same thing. Every channel. Yeah, some of them claim is ongoing to this day. Well, you can claim, but it is. The architects of this plan were Frank Wiesner, Alan Dulles, and Richard Helms, and Philip Graham, publisher of the Washington Post, who planned to enlist American news organizations and journalists to basically become spies and propagandists. Now, there's an awful lot of people that know this already, but there's for every one that knows this, there's at least 100 that's going, what you talking about, Willis? Number 7, COINTELPRO. That was a series of clandestine, illegal FBI projects, not to be outdone by the CIA, that infiltrated domestic political organizations to discredit and smear them. This included critics of the Vietnam War, civil rights leaders like Dr. Martin Luther King, and a wide variety of activists and journalists. The acts committed against them included psychological warfare, slander, using forged documents and false reports in the media, harassment, wrongful imprisonment, and according to some, intimidation and possibly violence and assassination. In other words, if it works, let's keep doing it, which they're still doing that. You know, something tried and true method. Tried and true. Ooh, it was the explosion from their cracks. Oh, yeah. That pretty much, yeah. Speak English? I don't want to speak English. What are you guys talking about over there? Huh? Okay. So, number 8, Operation Snow White. Oh, with shiny apples and little dwarves? Oh, no. It's a name that was given to an unprecedented infiltration of U.S. government by the Church of Scientology. Huh. Well, I'm not shocked by that at all. But the FBI finally cracked Snow White. Yeah. And those 7 dwarves were standing right behind them going, and we know you guys are female body inspectors and we want to get some too. Yeah, they cracked her open, and that led to the arrest and imprisonment of a single one senior church official because he was deemed no longer necessary and became the sacrificial lamb. Kind of like Harvey Weinstein now. He is the sacrificial lamb. There's lots of them doing it, but we're going to throw him out there as bait, and hopefully that will appease the masses. Number 9, secret global economic policies. Now, I do remember reading about some of this nonsense. For years, activists who feared a sinister globalist corporatocracy were told that they were being paranoid. You know, it's not really paranoia if they are really out to get you. Whether you want to call it the New World Order or not, they were right. And you know what? Whenever they say New World Order, we're working towards a New World Order. I see a New World Order on the horizon. 1,000,000 points of light. That's probably people with their laser pointers. You know, you can go to jail for that shit. Yeah. You know, instead of having their New World Order, how about we have a New World Order where we all just kind of take control of ourselves? Be responsible for our own words and deeds. Oh, hey, what a novel idea. Okay, moving along. These are really starting to irritate me. Number 10, the U.S. government illegally spies on its own citizens. Ding, 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 ding. George Orwell was right. And they are doing it. They have been doing it. It's called for your own good. You know, security camera footage, closed caption cameras. Yeah, they're on every street corner. Catch those darn traffic violators. You know, them people that run them yellow lights. Gotta get them. Yeah, that's their story. But really, they're peeking in. You know, it's like that, what was that stupid game that people were playing for a while there, where they were walking off cliffs and shit? I don't remember what the hell it was, but, you know, people going and peeking in people's windows. You get shot doing that shit, you dumbass. Although it was culling the herd, you know, get rid of the idiots. Number 11, Operation Ajax, the CIA Iran coup. Oh. In Iran, it was called 28 Mordad coup. The UK contributed under the name Operation Boot. However you refer to it, Operation Ajax, I thought that was... Isn't that guy with the bald head that has the cleaner? Or am I thinking of... Oh, no, that's Mr. Clean. Never mind. It was the Iran coup that in 1953 deposed the democratically elected Mohammad Mossadegh and reinstalled a monarch power of Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi. Is that how you say that? Hell, there's an awful lot of Mohammeds over there, whether it's spelled with a U or an O. Well, all you do is just change a couple of vowels. That's kind of cool. Apparently, the primary cause of the coup was Mossadegh's attempt to nationalize the Iran's oil field. Oh, well, we can't have that. That's kind of why Gaddafi had to be taken out, too. And so damn insane. Tried and true methods. Gotta tell you, if it works, why change it? Okay, number 12. Naira, the false pretext for the first Gulf War. Okay. Oh, that was Operation Desert Storm. I have friends that were in that one, and that was not cool. I'm just going to move along to the name of all of these because, yeah, these are really starting to piss me off. Number 13, Operation Paperclip. That was also that was in the Nazi time. So why are you not going chronologically here, people? I would prefer you go chronologically. That would make things a whole hell of a lot easier for me. Operation Gladio, or the anti-communist false flags in Italy. That was also right after World War II. Damn, you guys been at this for a while. Number 15, government uses insect and rodent drones to spy. Now that does not surprise me one damn bit. Soon as I saw it in Men in Black, it was like, okay, yeah. Let's see, it was Men in Black and The Fifth Element, and I was like, okay, if you're seeing it in Hollywood, odds are the military's been using it for a while. Number 16, CIA assassinations and coups in foreign countries. There's been so many, they just have to lump them all into one. That's really sad. Wow, and there was a lot. South Korea, Italy, Guatemala, Congo, Dominican Republic, South Vietnam, Brazil, Uruguay, Bolivia, Chile, Argentina, Australia, El Salvador, Iran, Grenada, Haiti, Panama, Nicaragua, Czechoslovakia, Peru, and Yugoslavia, just to name a few. I'll bet you they got an awful lot of frequent flyer miles out of that shit. Number 17, mainstream media is the propaganda branch of the State Department. Okay, duh. That's pretty much Operation Mockingbird. That's redundancies. You repeat and repeat, sitting on bench. Pete fell off. Who's left? Repeat. Number 18, the Deep State, or the conspiracy theory formerly known as the New World Order. Well, because the New World Order has got too much negative press lately. And so they've decided to call it the Deep State because that almost sounds kind of metaphysical, and yet it could sound naughty as well. Hi, I'm from the Deep State. How are you? See, it does sound kind of naughty, doesn't it? Number 19, CIA uses psychics to infiltrate the Soviet Union during the Cold War. Been there, done that. CIA monitors U.S. citizens via their smart devices. Those CIA fellers, they're overachievers. But, I thought the CIA was supposed to be only foreign. I'm thinking they tell us one thing and they do something else. That's what I'm thinking. Y'all can read all of this fun stuff. There's an awful lot of not so fun stuff. And there's also a link on the side to a human Barbie who takes off makeup and the doctors are stunned. Damn. I just that surgery just sounds really painful. I just can't go there. Mossadeq, huh? Did Mo do that? Mo's one of them, they're crazy fellas. Don't be making fun of him. He's one of them transvestiter fellers. Al Frankenstein? I didn't know Frankenstein's first name was Al. Okay. Pokemon. Oh, thank you, RobWorks. Yeah. I think that was a culling the herd. Between that and the selfie stick. All these people that got to get really close to this really, really gorgeous view. I know it's not nice to make fun of them, but it's like, oh, honey. Oh, honey. It's the Darwin Awards. Okay, I'm going to share this over on this effing site as well. Yes, they've been very, very naughty boys. And girls. Don't say that there ain't no girls playing along, because trust me, between Slick Willie and Shitlery, she scares the bejeebers clean out. If anybody truly put fear in the heart of this old lady, if I came face to face with her, I think, I try to avoid that. She's just a scary individual. Okay. Now, what is this? 27 psychiatrists. Oh. I gotta check this shit out. What is that? Apparently, 27 psychiatrists and mental health experts assess a president. They did that with Dangleberry, too, and pretty much everyone knew he's a narcissist. And I think that's just kind of one of those things where in order to be someone that wants to have that position, you gotta be a narcissist. Just kind of, it's one of the criteria of the job. Dangerouscase.org. Okay. I'm trying to click on it to get to read the blog, but I'm just going to go ahead and share the link. Thank you, TD. I'm sharing this over in the chat, so if anybody wishes to peruse it later. Woman becomes engaged to a chandelier. Well, honey, can you imagine bringing him home? Look, honey, at all the shinies. And he's so bright. What? That is definitely appropriate for a Freaker Friday. Let's see how freaky deaky this gal is. Thank you, Rob Works. On Breitbart, no less. Wow, I've been to Breitbart twice in a couple of weeks. What has come over me? I don't know. Engaged to a chandelier. Well, honey, I'm happy for you. 33-year-old Amanda Liberty from Leeds, England, reportedly proposed to the chandelier on Valentine's Day. However, she will be continuing an open relationship with the rest of her collection of 25 chandeliers. I'm wondering if it answered her. You can't control who you fall in love with, and things just went that way, explained Liberty, who added that she saw her fiancé, Lumiere, on eBay last year. Oh, how sweet. You purchased your fiancé. Isn't that special? Inside Edition reported that the nearly 30-inch wide chandelier is an antique and had to be shipped over from Germany. And although Lumiere is the only chandelier that wears a ring, Liberty loves all the light fixtures in her collection. I don't want to know. I really don't want to know. Wow. Apparently she couldn't stop thinking about the, what? I couldn't stop thinking about her and how beautiful she was. She was such a beautiful shape. And I could feel really amazing energy coming from her. Honey, stick your finger in a light socket. Let me tell you, you'll get some really amazing energy there too. Especially if you lick it first. Lick it and then lick it and stick it. Apparently, she knew it would be tricky to get her home. Knew she would need to find a way to make her mine. Oh, so did you drug her? You're creepy. None of my chandeliers are jealous of each other because they understand that I love them all for all their different personalities. For example, I love kissing and cuddling Lumiere, but I sleep with Jewel every night, as she is portable and very nice to cuddle. Oh, wow. Oh, God. All I had to see was objectum sexual, and it's I'm done. I'm done. Wow. What's that song? Santa baby, get this shit right out of my head. For me. Oh, God. Thanks, RobWorks. I am totally messed in the head now. Oh. Owen Grimner, bless your heart. He has a wonderful quote over here on the FN side. A man's natural rights are his own against the whole world, and any infringement of them is equally a crime, whether committed by one man or by millions, whether committed by one man calling himself a robber or by another name including his true character, or by millions calling themselves a government. That's from Lysander Spooner. Thank you, Grammy. I like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share this nastiness that RobWorks deemed necessary to share. And for me to deem necessary to go over there and check it out. And it was like, ew. That's just really weird, honey. And she wears glasses too. Okay. I can't imagine. I guess it takes all kinds. Okay. What is that? What is money? What is money? It's a piece of paper. Actually, it's not really paper. It's a special kind because it's paper and fabric and a special kind of ink. And it says this is a debit note, but it's money. It's money. Okay. You'll read a long time. Read. Is it a porn light or light porn? I don't know, but wow. That's true, Flash Nasty. It does take an idiot to recognize a village. Just ask them, they'll tell you. Ooh. Wow. I'm going to have to go to the pig now, because I got to scrub that shiny, bubbly shit out of my head somehow. Wow. People are just odd and unusual, and bless their heart, but I really don't want to know about it. And now I do. The word of the day is actually a word today. Booyah, Hambo and Porcus. Wildfire, not to be confused with walls of flame. It's a prog-tard inferno which turned Mexifornia into the hottest circle of hell. Told you. Bet you guys it's all them Coach hand baskets that you got going around. It just sparkled all kind of shit. In their quotable quote section, I am aware of the irony that I am leaving while a man who is bragged on tape about his history of sexual assaults sits in the Oval Office, and a man who has preyed on underage girls is running the Senate with the full support of his party. This is according to Al Franken, his pathetically shifting blame during resignation speech. Wow. Al, overachiever there. You do realize for every finger you point away, you got 3 more pointing back at you. So, let's see, you just pointed to... That means you got 6 pointing back at you. How many claims do you have against you right now, darling? Did you know Kim Kardashian's perfume, the one that comes in the little vial of white kryptonite, apparently has so much alcohol in it that delivery carriers are refusing to ship it in certain parts of Australia. Aussies who paid good money to smell like bad acting and regret will be refunded because apparently her perfume is more flammable than Los Angeles right now. According to TMZ, Kardashian's company didn't mention on their website that Australia had blackout zones for delivering what sounds like lavender-smelling napalm. That's a scent I want to be known for wearing. No, thank you, no. Time is like a river. You cannot touch the water twice, because the flow that has passed will never pass again. So enjoy every moment of life. Why, thank you, boys. That was a good one. Okay. What is that? Oh, for a good laugh at the bar. So, how do court stenographers keep a straight face? These are from a book called Disorder in Court and are things people actually said in court word for word, taken down and published by court reporters that had the torment of staying calm while the exchanges were taking place. Oh, this should be good. Attorney, what gear were you in at the moment of impact? Witness, Gucci sweats and Reeboks. Oh, okay. It's going to be one of those. Attorney, are you sexually active? Witness, no, I just lie there. Attorney, what is your date of birth? Witness, July the 18th. Attorney, what year? Witness, every year. Booyah! Bonus. It comes around every year. Isn't that odd? So cool. Beetle! I see you, Beetle. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Danger. Okay. Attorney, how old is your son? The one living with you. Witness, 38 or 35. I can't remember which. And so the attorney replies, so how long has he lived with you? Witness stated, 45 years. Apparently, Common Core has been around for quite some time, and we're just now hearing about it. Attorney, now doctor, isn't it true that when a person dies in his sleep, he doesn't know about it until the next morning? To which the witness responded, did you actually pass the bar exam? Which that would be the first question that ran across my mind and then run right out my mouth because, yeah, there is no clutch. There is no clutch. Attorney, the youngest son, the 20-year-old, how old is he? To which the witness responded, he's 20, very close to your IQ. Dun, dun, dun. Attorney, were you present when your picture was taken? I could not be a court reporter, honest to God, because the witness responded, are you shitting me? Were you there when they were taking your picture? Oh, gee, I don't know. Is it really me? Attorney, so the date of conception of the baby was August 8th? And the witness responded, yes. And the attorney then asked, and what were you doing at that time? To which the witness responded, getting laid. Duh. Huh. Oh, man. So this one, the attorney asked, so she had 3 children, right? And the witness responded, yes. So then the attorney goes on to say, so how many were boys? And the witness replied, none. Then the attorney says, were there any girls? To which the witness responded, Your Honor, I need a different attorney. Can I get a new attorney? Please. This one. Wow. Let's see. Attorney, how was your first marriage terminated? To which the witness responded, by death. And by whose death was it terminated? Take a guess. Man, really? Some of these people are just, really? Okay. Attorneys apparently, it's no wonder sharks don't eat them. Man, consuming that much stupid would really be detrimental to one's... So, here's the attorney. Can you describe the individual? To which the witness responded, he was about medium height and had a beard. And the attorney asked, so was this a male or a female? To which the witness responded, unless the circus was in town, I'm going with male. Wow. Is your appearance here this morning pursuant to the deposition notice which I sent to your attorney? To which the witness responded, no, this is how I dress when I go to work. Okay, two idiots met. Attorney, doctor, how many of your autopsies have you performed on dead people? To which the witness responded, all of them. The live ones put up too much of a fight. God. Oh, you attorneys are funny bunch. So all of your responses must be oral, okay? What school did you attend? To which the witness responded, oral. That would be me. I would be the smartass. Yeah, I would. The attorney asks, do you recall the time that you examined the body? To which the witness responded, the autopsy started at around 8:30 p.m. And the attorney asks, and Mr. Denton was dead at the time? To which the witness responded, if not, he was by the time I finished. Lord. Okay, here we go. Last one. So the attorney asks, doctor, before you performed the autopsy, did you check for a pulse? To which the witness responded, no. Then the attorney went further. Did you check for blood pressure? To which the witness responded, no. Then the attorney dug just a little bit deeper and asked, did you check for breathing? To which the witness responded, no. Well, the attorney's starting to really feel his salt by now, so he says, so, then is it possible that the patient was alive when you began the autopsy? To which the doctor responded, no. Well, befused, bemuddled, befuddled, confused. The attorney said, so how can you be sure, doctor? To which the witness responded, because his brain was sitting on my desk in a jar. To which the attorney then asked, I see, but could the patient still have been alive nevertheless? To which, ding, 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 answer of the year, the doctor responded, yes, it is possible that he could have been alive and practicing law. Yeah, I think so. Okay, this date in history, the 8th of December, 1587. They're going way back yonder. Sisterly bonding takes a hit when Elizabeth I has Mary, Queen of Scots, executed. Sisterly love. There's nothing quite like it except for when it goes bad. Whew. And the other one that they have, because they're underachievers on this part today, dang it all. This date in history, the 8th of December, 1940, the first NFL championship on radio. A nail biter. The Bears 73, the Redskins goose egg 0. Damn. Okay. What are you guys talking about? Okay. Hambo has a little thing here. Christmas and its true meaning. How about we check this shit out? Squirrel. Here, to the best of my meager ability, are my views on this recurring hot button issue. As far as I can tell, Christmas has evolved into a one-size-fits-all holiday that has something for everyone. For Pigster J and those who share his Christian philosophy, it is essentially a celebration of the birth of a savior. For Hambo, it's an excuse to decorate his top-secret bunker with various items depicting that jolly old elf of secular folklore. For capitalists, it's a time of year when they hope cash registers ring out the year with rousing profits. For Grinches, it's a time to throw brickbats at Pigster J, Hambo, and the capitalists. Like I said, it has something for everybody. Now, ideally, everybody should step back and take several deep breaths. Okay, that's just one. Ideally, we should each honor this one-size-fits-all holiday in the manner that thrills us spitless and gives other sovereign individuals the space to do the same. If my neighbor puts out his manger scene and honors the birth of the Savior, that's his right. If another neighbor is working 16-hour days at his outpost of capitalism, raking in those profits, that's cool too. I won't paint a bullseye on the manger or cash register, but I would appreciate the same consideration about my veneration of the jolly old elf. So, if you put a gun to my head and demand my opinion, as if anyone ever had to coerce an opinion from Hambo, yeah, right, I would opine that this one-size-fits-all approach to Christmas is utterly, classically American. Nobody is coerced into accepting one manner of celebration or celebrating this holiday. Instead, each individual is allowed to deal with it as he, she, or it sees fit. For Pigster J, Jesus is the reason for the season. For Hambo, Christmas is a time of year when he, like many others, brighten up their neighborhood by twinkling multicolored strings of light, a tree decorated with tinsel, lights and ornaments, plus depictions of Santa's jovial self. For capitalists, it's a time to reduce that inventory and fill their cash register by selling Pigster J the decorative elements that flesh out his holiday and selling more Santa stuff to Mrs. Hambo. These highly individual approaches to the same event are the essence of this great nation. The upshot of all this is that despite our different approaches to this one-size-fits-all Christmas holiday, despite our various motives for celebrating it, we all end up with the same feeling of joy, that same smile on our face. To this pagan scribbler, the real Christmas miracle is the fact that, for diverse reasons, this one-size-fits-all holiday brings a lot of joy and happiness to everybody. Well, everybody but the Grinches, and the less said about them, the better. I congratulate Pigster J on the birth of his Savior with a heartfelt Merry Christmas. I congratulate the capitalists for their full to the overflowing cash registers with an equally heartfelt Merry Christmas. All I ask in return is the same consideration for my jolly old elf approach. But I won't get suicidal if you throw in a Merry Christmas. To get things off on the right foot, here's a heartfelt Merry Christmas from Hambo for everyone, even those damn Grinches. Pigster J is on board, within reason, with my notion of a one-size-fits-all Christmas, but he quite rightly points out that the right not to be offended pinheads aren't willing to live and let live. Unfortunately, I'm seeing more and more indications, as I would guess you are too, that the one-size-fits-all holiday in which everyone is welcome to celebrate it how they wish is rapidly becoming a thing of the past, thanks to the victims out there who are forced to either see Santa horrors, and so they complain, or are forced to see those dastardly subliminal Christmas lights and or manger scenes, and so they complain. More's the pity, says I. More's the pity indeed. Damn Grinches. I gotta agree with you, Hambo, 'cause I enjoy the colorfulness, because, this time of year, things do tend to be a little bit on the drab side outside. So I enjoy all of the color, and I really enjoy wearing the ugly sweaters. It's like this is the one time of year where I can really wear something just totally obnoxious and gaudy and bright and go, hey, it's Christmas. But there are those out there, even if you say happy holidays, they get a massive butt pucker. And I just want to say, you know what? If you can't be happy, that is your business and your problem. I'm going to go ahead and be happy for you. Okay? And if you don't like it, well, tough patooties, hun. 'Cause I'm still going to go ahead and be happy, whether you like it or not. 'Cause that's just kind of sort of the way I roll. So what is this you just shared, Flasheroony Dork? Oh, how would you like your control of internet speech? Let's just wrap that up in some patriotism. How about that? It's patriotic to control other people's speech on them interwebs, don't you know? This government is evil. Well, why are you being so specific? I think every government is evil. Bobby, I see you over here on this effing site. Cool. Oh, wait. T.D. Sanders shared this over in the effing site. From Democracy Now! White cop Michael Slager sentenced to 20 years for murdering Walter Scott. Walter Scott was an unarmed black motorist in North Charleston, South Carolina, and then he was murdered in 2015. And the video footage shows Scott was unarmed and running away from Officer Slager when Slager opened fire, shooting Scott 8 times in the back, killing him. I think he should... Good. Thank you, TD. That should happen. And what was it I saw earlier today? There was a meme. About a cop wanting to converse. He was ready to converse with anybody, and this gal basically told him, no, because you're an asshole. To which he responded, why do you consider me an asshole? And she pretty much let him know that, well, you're still a cop. And if you were a good cop, you would no longer be a cop, because you would be calling them out and you would get fired, or you would quit. One of the two. You have an awesome weekend too, TD. Love you, lady. And, it really is kind of hard to argue with that logic. It's like, okay, if you really are a good cop, then you would start calling out the asshole ones. The ones that are going all crazy and abusing that shiny little star that they're wearing. So we really, really... you want to be a good cop, you either step up and call them out and help get them removed from that position of authority, or you quit your job and you start calling them out then too. I know it's not necessarily an easy thing to do. It's kind of like this shit going on in Hollywood now. You know, all of these adults that are finally coming forward, they knew it was happening. They knew something was going on to children, and yet they didn't step forward because, well, my career was threatened. Really? Weigh your career against the sanity or the life of a child. I think I would go with the child. Yes, this is one of those instances where for the children actually is kind of an appropriate response. To my mind. But you know, you don't get any brownie points to me for doing that. Yes, Grammy, that was an overkill kill. And he cannot say that he was terrified or in fear for his life because the guy was obviously running away. Duh. Okay. I'm going to go to my pocket. I got about a half an hour to go. And how about we go here? Let's go with another one that, yeah. This is from naturalnews.com and it's from 2015. Well, you know what? I don't think I'm going to go with. The original article is Feds bust 4 fake cancer charities that defrauded $187 million from Americans, which actually, I think I probably, number one, covered that before, and number two, that's a spit in the ocean. It really is. Okay. Let's go with this one. This one looks kind of fun. It's even older, but it does look kind of fun. It's from theelephantjournal.com. And it is that asshole is your guru. It's really your guru. Did you know that? Assholes are the best thing ever for your spiritual growth. Did you know that? You're on a spiritual path and you try to have compassion for all beings. But you draw the line at assholes, right? It's as if you say, I can love all of these people, but just not that asshole. This is where I draw the line. But you know what? Assholes show you the limit of your ability to love. People have a lot of faults, and you can put up with most of them. But assholes are the ones who have faults that you find personally offensive. So whatever is it about them, you know, the assholes that show you what you have subconsciously declared unforgivable. And this line in the sand is a key to your own awakening. Run away, run away. You know, we go through the world and it goes through us too. Everything is fine and then we see an asshole and he sticks. You're in the supermarket passing by aisle 4 and out of the corner of your eye you recognize a person you really don't like. A real horse's ass. Maybe this person has done something to you that you find reprehensible. Or maybe, just maybe, you just don't like them. For whatever reason. And you think, oh, I hate that dickhead. I hope he didn't see me. And you pick up the pace and plan a safe escape. With growing urgency, you hope you don't run into him and have to actually talk to him. Now, the world is no longer going through you cleanly. 1 minute you're in the supermarket shopping calmly, and the next you're in a desperate state, trying to avoid this turkey. Everything was fine until this SOB showed up, and now you're having a private internal crisis. Welcome to the frontier of your own spiritual growth, right here in the friggin' supermarket. It's an unexplored frontier, and it's a little on the scary side. In this case, it's so scary, you're running away from him. in order to go forward, just assume that you're wrong in this assumption. No, I couldn't be wrong. Possibly mistaken, but wrong? Consider what you're really reacting to when you see an asshole. Consider the possibility that so that they make sense in our personal story. Our whole life is about justifying ourselves. We keep assigning meaning to everything that bothers us so that we make sense. I hate that. So, if we come across things that we cannot safely fit into our story, well, those are the things that are unforgivable in ourselves. Those things must be kept hidden. Those things must be kept out of our story. Those things must be buried. Secretly, we think. No one can see these things about me. No one, including me, would buy my story if they knew these things about me. The catch is, these buried, unforgivable parts of yourself need expression. Do they? They don't actually want to stay buried, but they are so scary and heinous and horrible that you don't want to own up to them. So instead, you take the unforgivable parts of yourself and you project them onto other people. And you call them assholes, or bitches, or jerks, or liars, and even worse, murderers and terrorists. You take what is unforgivable in you, deny it in yourself, and project it out into the world. It's a clumsy and transparent way of protecting your fragile story. You feel a little better because, well, it's not you, it's them. Those bastards. They're guilty, not me. Yeah. This is called projection. Everyone you condemn in this world is giving you the opportunity to grow spiritually. Assholes give you a golden opportunity to suddenly see what you could not. I'm not really liking the way this is looking. And she's holding up a mirror. I don't want to see me. I'm not looking. Projection will never end. And we will never find peace until we look inside. So while we try to make assholes guilty instead of ourselves, we're not escaping guilt. We're nurturing it within us. By looking out and blaming others for our hidden guilt, we distort our vision. Blaming makes us blind, so we unwittingly keep it safe. We continue to look out at the meaningless and color it with our own color of fear and guilt. Our perception of the world is not a fact, but a distorted mirror. It reflects back at us our scary, personalized story. In a wonderful way, assholes show us a part we have buried, the hidden part. Okay, there's assholes out there that, no, they're just plain assholes. I gotta throw this out there. There are assholes out here that are just assholes, and I do not have that component inside me, but I can recognize it in others, because I've seen it enough and I've been given the definition. In spiritual circles, they talk about the power of intuition. You may think you have a nice intention for peace and love and hippiedom for all, but don't forget that guilt is an intention too. You may think you're safe from guilt, but if you're in the habit of noticing the assholes in your life, you're really just projecting the guilt within you. Not 100%, honey. And guilt is an urgent intention. You've probably loaded guilt with a lot more power than you load into your nice intentions. Guilt is the intention to be punished. This is primal, Pause and think about that a moment. The guilty ask for punishment. Don't you, in some insane way, welcome some form of punishment, whether in the form of a slight inconvenience or a full-on trauma in your life when you feel guilty? Guilt is a prayer for punishment. And I could see that for some people. I do know some people that, man, oh man, they keep dwelling in that area. And then they say, see, told ya, see, as if it's justification for, and it's a self-fulfilling prophecy kind of thing with some people. So, every time you feel resistance to a person, thing, or circumstance, you have an opportunity to clear guilt from your life. So let's see. You have to ask yourself 2 questions. What exactly do I hate about this jerk? What exactly did he ever do or say that I find unforgivable? That's 2 questions in one. No fair. And number 2, have I ever done, said, or thought about doing that same thing? Now see, that right there is the difference, because if you can figure out what you don't like or what you find extremely unforgivable about someone else, and you look at yourself and you go, have I ever done that or thought that before? And you can honestly say, no, I have not. Then I don't see why what you're seeing in someone else is always a projection. Not always. But I do think, yeah, there are assholes out there. So, when you get awakened by an asshole, once you see the asshole in yourself, you can forgive yourself. Yeah, and I've shook hands with that asshole a time or two. And we've agreed to disagree on things. You've just expanded your ability to love, and you just cleared away an intention for punishment and for failure. And you removed a major obstacle to your own happiness. You'll know it worked if this asshole doesn't feel like one to you anymore. You'll feel clear. He will never look like an asshole to you again. No, he'll still look like an asshole. It's just, okay, I'm not going to avoid you. I'll just go, hey, asshole. Hey, I can be one too. I recognize that trait in myself. He may have surface quirks, yes, but you won't be afraid of him anymore. And that shows you that you forgave yourself and also took the power back. Because, when you're afraid to run into someone because you deem them an asshole, you really are giving them an awful lot of power over you. My personal opinion. It also shows that you forgave yourself. In truth, he was your guru. Wow. You might even quietly appreciate that about him. Now, there are an awful lot of people out there that I truly appreciate the lesson that I learned. And I do not like Dangleberry. And I've never met the man in person. I hope to God I never meet him in person. But just by his words and deeds, I do not like this individual. But does he traumatize me? I have to thank him. Because initially I was traumatized, and then I had to look at why was I so traumatized by this son of a bitch, this narcissistic asshat, getting in POTUS. And then I started examining, and then I started looking around, and then I started researching, and then I realized he's a puppet. Now I knew that, but I hadn't really grasped it. It hadn't really lit the little ding, 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 ding light in my head. My little Acme light bulb moment. So yeah, I have learned to appreciate the assholes out there. And I truly appreciate and thank them for the lessons that I have learned. And those lessons change as I get more experience and learn more things. So, let's see. It goes on to say, if you persist in looking into yourself this way every time you feel anxious or hung up about anything, You will eventually clear away all the assholes, all the anxiety, and all the guilt in your life. You would be surrounded by friends everywhere. And all you had to do was clean out yourself by forgiving yourself. The people out there had nothing to do with it. Ever. Sure they did. They were triggers. And if you're lucky, really lucky, maybe someday you can be an asshole for someone else. See, now that's a goal. That's a goal to strive for. I want to be an asshole to someone else. Can I do that? I do agree with some of what he says, but I don't agree with all of what he says. But I still like what he said. That was kind of fun. Yes, I once believed in leprechauns too. Oh, Poxify says he has an asshole, but he doesn't wear it on his head. That's a good thing, honey. Oh, on February 30th you do? Cool. Well, you know, that is the official wear the asshole on your head day. Just saying. No, I never mistook Flasher for a leprechaun. A troll, possibly. A gnome, yeah. But a leprechaun, no. Because I know he didn't have a pot of gold at the end of that rainbow. And that was not a rainbow. He was just trying to tell me that was a rainbow. Oh, I'm glad you're still listening, TD. And yeah, Bobby, I got to agree with you. Everybody's got one and everyone can be one. And I tell you what, there are times, you know, out on the highways, there is nothing but idiots and assholes, including yourself. And there are times when I have been an idiot on the highway, and there have been times when I have been an asshole on the highway. I just try not to do that very often. So, you know, because it tends to cause problems. And I prefer to avoid problems, so therefore I try not to be an idiot or an asshole, at least while I'm holding the wheel, because that is the most dangerous component of any motorized vehicle, is the nut, raising my hand, that's holding the wheel. So, I do kind of like that. You know what? I have a little bit of time left. Where do I want to go? I'll just post that and go look in my pocket again. Let's see if there's anything that's recommended that looks like something I just really need to go to. Okay, what is this? The Great Denture Donald mystery continues. We may never know the tooth, says Trevor Noah. Oh, let's find out. This sounds very punny. It will be a punny way to end my show. This is on Newsweek. Go figure. Something that had a really good headline that I wanted to go to on Newsweek. The obsession with POTUS Donald Trumpelstiltskin's teeth. Oh, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. You and your auto start shit. Sorry. Back to this. The obsession with POTUS Donald Trumpelstiltskin's teeth continued Thursday, a day after the commander-in-chief slurred during a speech in which he declared the U.S. would recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. After being mocked by Trevor Noah on The Daily Show, Denture Donald trended nationwide across the U.S. for much of Thursday as people speculated whether Trumples had false teeth. Sweetheart, if Trumples had false teeth, they would be implants. The guy's got money. Seriously, they would be implants. They would not be moving around and causing... No, you know, you got to poison them slowly. And got to make it look like it's natural. That's the way this shit always works. Noah said, I don't think it's helpful for us to debate if it was Trumple's dentures that came loose, or his dentures became misaligned, or if it was some other denture-related issue. We may never know. And his tongue, Noah said. Oh, I never looked at him that close. That's just a gross thought all by itself. We all know what's going on here. Trumpelstiltskin is wearing dentures, people. This happened to my grandfather all the time. His dentures would start falling out, and he wouldn't be able to finish his sentence. Noah added fake teeth, fake hair, fake tan. There's no part of his body that's real. Okay, and so apparently that was the whole... But wow. They do look fake. Those have got to be implants. Wow. Okay. Speaking as someone that worked for 2.5 years for a dentist and got to see an awful lot of dental hygiene issues. Yay. Okay. Space Coke! Alien Ale! Sweet! Okay. Oh! You know what, Flash Nasty? You are the center of your known universe, and that's all good. Okay, you know what? Y'all been listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair here on RealLibertyMedia.com, Channel 3. Also on a lot of other RLM channels all over there out on the interwebs, the internet superhighway. Later on this evening will be Grimner and the Moose Girl with the Freakers Ball, and they's gonna freak out and have a ball. That's just all there is to it. Tomorrow at noon Eastern Time or 11 o'clock my time, which is Central Time, C, and Cosmos, C. So Central Time is set with the Cosmos, so just deal with it. In any case, that will be the Dork Table tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, I'm not really sure what's going on, if anything, because I think we've had pretty much our schedule pretty well cleared out. Although I do believe JJ's jumps on and plays, whether it's on RLM or on his webcom.co.uk. JJ's will be playing some tunage, I'm sure. Then on Sunday at noon Eastern Time, Grimner with the Blues and a rousing game of trivia, I'm sure, which I got to participate in last Sunday. Yay! I'm so excited. Doesn't take much for me. Directly following Grimner will be Hal Anthony, who's going to open up a can of whoop ass on yo ass and take you behind the woodshed. That's Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And then Sunday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, will be Gary L. and Gigi's Boo with The Road Less Traveled. And then I will be back again on Wednesday for a wacka-doodle Wednesday edition of the Rocket Chair. But until then, and since I still have some time because I just ran through my announcements so quickly, I'm such an overachiever. Let's see, what else do I have? I will look in my recommended in my pocket. 20 great sci-fi movies you have missed in 2017, but shouldn't have. No. Sorry. Trump White House weighing plans for private spies to counter deep state enemies. We already got that, don't we? New drug could prevent migraine headaches for some people. No, I don't want to go there. How about when every leader promises to change the world, how can we tell who will leave us better? By not letting them lead us. Because they all make promises, and they all kiss babies. Although some of them, I'm prone to think that it's more along the lines of they're just sampling, getting a taste. Because this is from the Harvard Business Review. There we go. Some bosses are all id. A bundle of impulses in a suit. If they can keep the suit on, whose only predictable trait is their irrationality. We use all kinds of names for managers like that, like nutter, ticking bomb, predator, moron. We resent them. We denounce them. But we also follow and even admire them. Or enough of us do that or enough of us do, that they manage to rise to and stay in power. Hence the creation of a floater. Those leaders are not just controversial, they are fundamentally antisocial. They hurt people, often impulsively, and they call it authenticity. They claim to have to shake things up, to put an end to dysfunctional institutions, and lead the way to a better future. But in the name of authenticity and disruption, what they end up perpetrating is cultural assassination. They corrode norms of decency, trust, and cooperation in ways that are hard to repair, even after they're gone. You know, that sounds like social butterflies. Needless to say, they are authentic, disruptive leaders of a different kind. So let me call them countersocial. They also act impulsively and passionately defy current structures and norms. But their impulses are tempered by compassion and channeled by curiosity, whereas antisocial leaders are fueled by suspicion and amplified by fear. If antisocial leaders take liberties that restrict others' freedoms, counter-social ones work to expand it, especially for those who have had less than their fair share of it, in ways that long outlast their own tenure. At a time when all leaders claim authenticity and promise disruption, it's not always easy to distinguish antisocial leaders from counter-social leaders. And yet, it is even more important to tell them apart. To understand what propels one or the other kind of leader to the top, and what drives us to become or support either one. I am going to just cut it off right there. I'm not sure if... Nope, it goes on for quite a while, but y'all can finish reading that one at your own. Thank y'all for listening in this evening. Be sure to stick around because, yeah, the Freakers Ball is coming up a little bit later on this evening. I may stay up and play for a little while, and then again, I may not. I don't know.